This is TransAfricaRadio.
Kamehameha is the name of this one playing right now. Gavia Nati and DJ ACC coming through with the summertime just before that. And as promised, I have Sina Kwepini in the building here, Kwepile in the building here with us today. We're going to speak about the Moshito conference. It's actually very buzzy. Is this how it happens when Moshito comes? It's so much vibe because the studio is so vibey right now. How are you doing, my sister?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm loving the energy that you're bringing into the studio, and we thank you for that. So, Moshito Music Conference 2017. Another year for you guys, and I think I would feel that next year would be the 15th year anniversary for Moshito. Can you tell us a little bit about Moshito Conference for those that don't know where it originates and where it's from?
Moshito Music Conference and Exhibition is Africa's premier music event, where it's a platform where we create where business meets music and music creates opportunities. So Moshito is made out of 3 focus points, which is conferencing, exhibition, and showcasing. So this year we are under the theme Rhythms of the Ancients, where we actually look at the sounds that actually make the African beats that you are hearing right now, sounds such as the gong, the Shangaan electro, and all the other amazing sounds in Africa.
For me, I love it because I feel like it's this is how we galvanize the African music, genre as a whole. I would, as I was saying to you earlier, asking you about, legacies and, what Moshito is all about. Apart from, the educational aspect of it and how you guys have structured it, in a sense of saying having exhibitions, having, dialogues that are there. What is the bigger picture, about Moshito? What's the objective that has been put over the years that you've been active?
Giving upcoming artists a platform to come and showcase their music in front of record labels, promoters, producers, and also bringing the world to South Africa, because we've got 16 international music markets attending Moshito, and we've got a great topic that's taking place on day 1, the 7th of September, which is Meet the International Music Markets. We've got music markets from Kenya, we've got music markets from Doha, we've got Cape Verde as well. So Moshito actually brings the world to South Africa, and this is a place that you as a youngster would want to be at, because you get an opportunity to present yourself and you get to network during the 2 days of conferencing. And beside that, we've got evening showcases and performances. We've got a theatre performance at Joburg Theatre. At Soweto Theatre, where we have Bekezela doing an acoustic set. We've also got a collab between Mario Lucia from Cape Verde with Wanda Baloy and Judith Sepuma. We've also got a band called Ligrio from Reunion Islands. They'll be doing a collab with Sibongile Khumalo.
Yeah.
And then the most amazing one, it's the street festival that's happening on Saturday at Newtown Junction Mall. Here we have 2 platforms. One, we'll be showcasing an artist from Cameroon by the name of Renesa, and we also have Casper Newvest coming. And this is a free event, so please come in numbers on the 9th of September.
Definitely. It seems so diverse, and I feel as though, as I said, the vibe, with Moshito is so broad. I think one of the big questions that have been asked in the music industry now, because, one of the biggest challenges has always been how specifically South African artists or artists in general, are never empowered in a sense, being empowered of ownership of music and, how to have music rights and all of that. How has Moshito been of help to most artists in the sense of actually being educational towards them with those kind of things, owning your own music, knowing how to run your own music business, and so forth?
The great thing about Moshito, the stakeholders that sit at the Moshito board are made up of influential organization structures in the music industry, such as Sambro, Echo, Risa. So at Moshito, we've been having topics on royalties. This year, we've got a topic on the Copyright Amendment Bill, where this is where we actually break it down and look into the problems that our performers and artists are currently experiencing. And this is a platform for you to ask these seniors or these directors on how to move your music forward and how to move your performances and the rights around that amendment bill.
2016 was also a fabulous year for Moshito, conference, as one of the initiate projects that started in 2014, if I'm not wrong, or 2015, where you introduced the demo project, where people are able to jump in and submit their demos and and steal the light, if I may say, from Moshito, Moshito's big artists that are coming, like your Kes Vest and others. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because there's a great story of last year of one of the winners who came out. Tell us about the project itself, how it was initiated, and the purpose of the demo project.
The Moshito directors saw an opportunity to actually empower our youth or empower our artists by giving them a platform to showcase the music in front of a panel of producers, promoters, and record labels. So you get there on on the first day, which is the 7th of September. You register your music, and then on the 8th of September, you get the opportunity to actually showcase your music in front of this panel of judges, and you stand a chance of winning a prize worth 20,000 rands towards your career in the music industry, where we record a demo for you, we do your biog, and then we start helping you knock at the right doors and find your way in the music industry.
It's not only do you bring the great artists and the street festivals, but you also give up and coming artists a platform. I think that's one of the biggest things that Moshito has been started because of giving upcoming artists a platform and a place to express themselves. Correct.
And
I'm gonna play that song. You know the song, right? You know it?
Yes, I know it.
It's called Clever from Dez. Have you had a personal relationship with him, like specifically after this, grooming him and after the festival as he won the competition last year? What was the journey like?
We recorded Dez last year, December. He's a nice guy. He's hungry to learn the music industry. He wants to learn more. And we've given him a platform at our media launch, which took place beginning of this month. And he'll be showcasing again at Moshito. We've got a showcase night at Newtown Music Factory. So that's where a lot of these artists, if you're a music lover and you're looking forward to new music, come and join us at Moshito.
Getting that a bit later on, we're going to be speaking to Bekezela, who's one of the headlinings for this year, and he's going to tell us specifically around the art of perseverance and how art has actually been a part of his life and changed a lot. I like this guy's story. I love it. So we're going to speak to him a bit later on. It's 12:30 exactly on the dot, 12:30 p.m. Central African time, giving you nothing but some good gems right here on LifeStyle. As I said, speaking to the musical and events director of Moshito Music Conference. This one is from Dez. It's called Clever. I definitely enjoy this one. Speaking to the events director, Asina. Are you still good? Are you still great?
Yeah,
you love the song. Good music, right?
Lovely. Yes, very nice.
So yes, so we're actually going to speak a little bit about, because you've already given us details of what happens, on the different dates, what's going to happen at the Soweto Theatre. We're going to have your Casper and your Vest at the Newtown on Saturday, and all of those details. But someone who's sitting out there is like, you know what, I'm sitting here, I'm loving the program, but I don't know how to get involved. I mean, you said that there's a lot of, different things that are involved, which is the dialogue itself, the artworks and the showcases that are going to be there. How can someone be involved? How can they come and join that networking groups and the dialogue, registering and everything? Can you give us all those details?
You can register online on our website, which is www.moshito.co.za, or you can visit CompuTicket for our ticket sales. And for more info, you can give us a shout on 011 712 8534.
So that's exactly how they can be able to get involved. I mean, I'm loving it. I can't wait, for the program to actually begin. So when is the date in which it starts, and when is the last day of the conference itself?
We've got our opening concert on the 6th of September at Newtown Music Factory, former Baseline. Then on Thursday, the 7th of September, we have our opening of the conference in the morning at 8:30. There we are having the Minister of Arts and Culture, Minister Natim Tetwa, giving us a keynote address, followed by topics, plenary topics, such as the rhythms of the ancients, where they actually talk about this topic and unpacking the sounds that influence our music nowadays. Then we've got topics such as decolonizing the airwaves. We've got topics on the gospel truth. Is it a lifestyle or is it a calling? So those topics and debates will be happening over 2 days, which is the 7th and the 8th of September. And then on the 8th of September, we've got a showcasing night at Newtown Music Factory. Those tickets will be sold at the door. This is an amazing lineup with Kadasi from KZN, who will be doing, what do you call the music? Okay, sorry.
Is it a live? They have a whole an ornament or something that they use.
No, Kadasi is from KZN,
okay.
And he does Umpaqang.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But very interesting though. We also have Daz Mangingiza performing, and Icy, who was also a winner, a demo winner from last year. We've also got Big Zulu performing that night. We've got Sia Shezi as well performing that night. We've got Elimoto coming from Namibia performing. And then during the conference lunchtime, we have exhibition stands where you have your Echo purchasing a stand where you've got people with information about the music industry that you can actually walk up to and engage with them and get to ask what you need to understand about your music, and taking your music as a business instead of finding people to actually manage your music. You need to know your music as an artist. That is my feel about knowing your music industry.
So there's also this empowering that I hear coming right there, is that people, how do people, if I have a stand that I feel is would be really good to share with people at Moshito, how do I do that? How do I actually bring a stand? Is there a process that applies where I can be able to bring a stand, or apply to have a stand at the exhibition itself?
We actually sell our stands.
Oh yeah,
we've got 6x3s, and we've also got 3x3 stands. And the nice thing about our stands, you get to have a thematic exhibition stand. So it's not just a shell where you've got flyers. We've got a whole branded stand just for you and your business. And this is where you as a business conduct your own meetings and your own networking sessions with the Moshito delegates.
Well, definitely get a TransAfrica stand out there, enjoying it. But it's just been lovely speaking to you. I can't wait to speak to Bekezela, who's going to join us just in a bit, playing his music and speaking about his story. Any last remarks that you want to give to everyone who would want to be involved in this? And just to as how amped up you literally made the studio right now, amping up someone who also would like to come, who's not really convinced, is like, I'm not sure. What's your last remarks in that regard?
Come and network at Moshito 2017. You won't regret it. And follow the conversation on our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's Moshito Utswalapile. Twitter, it's Moshito Music. And Instagram, it's Moshito Music Conference.
Indeed, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the conference, and all the best. You seem like you got this under control, though. You got us under control, though. His song is titled Bekezela. I'm going to be repetitive right now. Bekezela, and his name is Bekezela. Apparently, this song was written while he was in a trench somewhere, getting busy, getting down to business. And this song is called Bekezela. And this is what came out of being in the trench. He's going to tell us a little bit about where the song is taking it and how he came to writing this specific one. Remember, #LifeStyle on Twitter. Bekezela, Gili
ndentombi yami ngilinde ngiyabuya dali
Yo, man, what a good intro after that one, man. Shout out to you, Bekezela. Been waiting for you, my guy.
Thanks very much, King. It's my pleasure to be here.
Bruh. Hey, man, welcome to the show. Welcome to LifeStyle, my guy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey.
Indeed. So we were speaking about you. We just played the song Bekezela song, and just give us some details about it.
I've always been inspired by social life, especially my story. So currently I'm working as a waiter. And that's how I was discovered. But when I wrote this song many years ago, I was actually working at a construction site, digging trenches, and then I put my pick and shovel down. When the melody came to me, I was like, I think I've got a song. And again, it's because I was in a very long distance relationship, a painful one. So I thought of all the things that I could tell her to assure her, Bekezela was the only sensible thing that I could say.
Patience.
Persevere, and then later on, it will turn out to be the story of my life of persevering.
Yeah. So, the one, I'm sorry to bring this up, but the one thing about us right now, the youth, is the fact that, we want so much instant gratification that the word perseverance just doesn't feature with us. Can you maybe break it down as to this journey that you just described now of perseverance? What has it been like? And because a lot of people might not relate, and people might say, nah, but I don't know. But can you, because people that have been through that can actually relate to you and say that it's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yes.
But I think someone who hasn't been through it would want to know how you can actually even get to a point where you believe in yourself so much.
Yes. If you've got faith that there is a higher being that is actually guiding you through that. Of course, I didn't know. Working as a waiter was the hardest decision I could ever make, because I'd already made a little bit of a name. So people had already known me as an artist. Some were even calling me a celebrity. So when I went there, to actually wear an apron and run around and serve customers. But what I wasn't aware then is that God was creating a story for me, you understand? Because working as a waiter, that's where I learned humility.
Yeah.
I learned finances, because there's no salary there. You have to, hustle and make your own money.
Yeah.
That's one element that as an artist, I didn't have. I didn't know anything about finances, how to hustle and put 10 rand and make it 20, 30. At the end of the day, go home with some good tips. I learned a lot of things there, so I'm grateful now when I look back and say, wow. So this is what God was actually preparing for me. This is like absolutely
this is a journey that I was supposed to go through for me to get to.
Yes, but during that moment you don't know. But I can tell people that the rewards are very sweet.
Yeah.
So just
So patience. You said patience is a huge virtue. But Moshito Music Conference,
Yes.
you are a huge part of it this year. And when people trust you,
Yes.
with presenting you as a person associated to a brand,
Yeah.
it says that there's something really special about you.
biggest music exchange platforms and networking that I've ever seen. You understand? So I attended it last year just as a just to see, and I'm grateful that I did.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I met a lot of people. I met a lot of organizations. I got a lot of information that I wasn't really aware of. So little did I know that this year I'll be performing there, because it had always been my wish. Now, this year's hashtag is Rhythms of the Ancient. That's exactly what my sound is about. That is exactly what, and that's the sound that gets exported a lot, through cultural exchange programs, because people want, to exchange cultures and different. And so Moshito does, attract, over 13 international musical markets that will be there.
Yeah.
So the best thing that they are interested in is not just how you combine, your sound, but what you're saying about your culture, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a huge honor for me to be a part of Moshito this year.
Yo, I'm glad, we're going down this journey now, because as TransAfrica, we believe in creating an African platform for all artists, throughout the whole of the continent itself. One of our taglines is, 100% music, which is African. So we play 100% music that's African.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I loved the thing when I was walking in. I was like, oh my God, maybe God was like, okay, you are sick, but go and get healed. Because because music does heal you.
It
you know
does.
what I'm saying? So,
It definitely
so now as I
does.
walked in, I was like, wow, does it say TransAfrica Radio? That's beautiful, actually. So big ups to you guys. And I really, really, really would like to follow you and get to know exactly what you guys are pushing. But yes, on Moshito there at the stage, I'm going to be performing songs from my upcoming album.
Yeah.
I've got a song called Imbogoto, which is to conscientize men that women are so special and they are very, very, very to be held dear to our hearts, including the main song Bekezela. There is another wedding song Siyashadisa, because people have lost that traditional cultural type of wedding vibe.
Yeah.
So I wrote a song to bring that back. So it's just gonna be fun.
Yo,
It's just gonna be
I'm
exciting
definitely looking forward
and
to having you there.
I'll be there with my guitar performing live.
Can you give us something? Because I'm already thinking, hey, man, I want that other song which is called Siyashadisa or whatever. But you can give us a little a cappella there.
Nankumcimbi nankumnyanya siyashadisa namhlanje asengamhlophe mama asengamhlophe mama thina seshadisa namhlanje rilebogiseng me runa renyadisa khompe.
Yo, Siyashadisa, indeed, namhlanje. It sounds as though it's beautiful music that you're definitely making. So, what's one of the biggest things that people can look forward to when they see you on stage with the Moshito conference?
I'm one of those artists who like to preach and exude peace and being calm, so that's what my music brings through. So it's going to be therapeutic. But I think it's going to be a one-on-one, kind of session, because you'll get to know me. I'll get to give you what I'm about and what I'm made of. So we're certainly going to have fun. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, this is one of the biggest stages that anyone can.
Indeed, my guy. I'd like to thank you for actually, invading us for this full hour. Definitely, giving us good music and giving us good content as well. Yeah. When it comes to the music that you do and the conference itself. We're looking forward to the 7th of September when the conference actually happens. Yes. And TransAfrica is definitely going to be there all the way. So beyond the conference, and someone who's listening right now, who says, I want to see this guy live, from the conference and beyond. I wanna book this guy for my wedding to come sing that song for me. Yeah. How do people, interact directly with you, or get to see content that comes from Bekezela, the brand?
So it's simple. It's at Bekezela Music for Twitter, at Bekezela Music for Instagram, and Bekezela Jomo on my personal account on Facebook, and just the Facebook page is Bekezela. So everything is just Bekezela. The album is coming out. It's titled Bekezela, from Bekezela, and the hit single is Bekezela. So it's just about Bekezela.
It's constant.
And then for more information, of course, they can go to at @motherland_ENT, @motherland_ENT, and of course, I'm sure the Moshito conference will also be pushing and tweeting stuff as the conference goes on. So we will be interacting a lot on that. And I'd like to say, Moshito, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for actually coming through and shout out
Africa, and thanks to the listeners out there for giving us your time.
But it was worth it. It definitely was worth it. And make sure that you actually book yourself some tickets for the Moshito Music Conference happening from the 6th to the 9th of September. Go to www.moshito.co.za and get yourself more information about it. You can check out the program that's out. You can get the applications for, exhibitors, and do the most on that website, and definitely make sure that it works for you. So it's 1 o'clock exactly on the dot, 1 p.m. Central African time to be exact. Remember, the WhatsApp line is +27 7925 44329. I have a message here coming from Zotidi saying, I'm enjoying the show. The first time that I'm able to listen for a whole hour duration, and shout out to Bekezela for the music and the Moshito Music Conference. So shout out to you guys for actually making it today.
Cheers.
So Zulu, I'm not Zulu, I'm Tswana, I'm Soto, but in Zulu they say Ingoma Mnandi yaphindo. So we're definitely going to give you that Bekezela song again. David giving us an acoustic version of the song a bit earlier on. His name is Bekezela. Make sure that you follow me on the Instagrams and the social media platforms. And also catch him at the Moshito Music Conference 2017 on the 6th of September all the way to the 9th of September.
This is TransAfrica Radio.